You figured.
I did too.
Hey guys, welcome back to Third Street Reactions. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Star Wars Rebels, Season 2, Episode 7. Actually, Episode 16. What's wrong with me?
Socks.
Sock. My mom was Sock.
Like I'm a cat. Socks.
Oh, what's funny is my buddy Zach Ellis was here, and she's like, why did she call me Sock? Dude, last episode you got a taste of them in The Mandalorian, the Purgle, the whale.
Yes, the whales.
The hyperspace intergalactic whale species.
Yeah, they looked a little different than what I recall from the Ahsoka series.
Mm-hmm.
And because they looked a little more like kind of little duller colors, if I remember right, in the Ahsoka series, weren't they? They looked a little more natural. They weren't quite as vibrant.
Yeah. They kind of went for that a little bit, which I understand.
Which is, fine. Most things in reality, as far as whales especially,
don't look that cool.
Very vibrant. I think whales look really cool. Some of them, like humpbacks, look cool. The story about the sperm whales and Moby Dick is much cooler than how that whale actually looks. They don't actually look that cool.
Yeah.
They have the really cool scars where they eat the squids, though.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
But blue whales and humpbacks, the ones, I can't remember what type of whale that's called, but it's the type of whale that has brill. Like those whales are actually really cool looking.
Yeah. One thing that was cool was when Ezra was right there looking at the eye, and it reminded me of just every once in a while it'll pop up on my Instagram a shot that someone got of a whale's eye. Mm-hmm. And this is how soulful it is. Mm-hmm. And there's something cool about that. Mm-hmm. But
he's a Beastmaster.
He is not the Beastmaster though.
He has Beast Tame or whatever it's called.
That is like the unofficial name of it, or at least in the old Star Wars: The Old Republic, I think it was called Beast Tame. Yeah. In terms of the powers you can upgrade. But we run into the refinery, and it was being operated by the mining guild.
Yeah, and the chief there on site was this fat spider guy. I can't remember what that species is called.
No, they made a good general in the Clone Wars.
Was he one of them, though? Because he looked very different than that spider guy. The spider guy in Clone Wars had multiple arms.
Well, I can't remember then.
The guy in this, he's hairy and has the kind of big bulging eyes that remind you of a spider, but he only had two eyes, of course. Yeah. That I recall. And he had these funky ass little. It kind of reminds me of the bugs in Rick and Morty.
No.
The insectoid race with the little fucking things hanging off their mouths.
I hate those things. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Ezra hears / senses a whales before anybody. So it's kind of, like you said, his connection maybe through the Force to these things. He might have a natural ability for Beastmaster. Yeah. We got to see that they have faster than light travel, and possibly galactic civilization was able to evolve and spread throughout the stars because they mimicked that. Which every time, and I love this in Mass Effect especially, and I love it every time I'm watching Star Trek: The Next Generation when they talk about the early days. It's always really cool. James Mangold, he is in the process of writing, and he's going to be directing a Dawn of the Jedi type movie. And I'm wondering, and I'm hoping he's able to nail that. Okay, obviously I think lightsabers, if they even have lightsabers, they might just be swords or sticks. They need to have that little cord.
Yeah, because I remember that in the old lore.
Yeah.
That's how they began. It always reminded me, too, of Metal Gear Solid. When the concept art of Gray Fox, his sword, which is kind of like a vibra sword, in a sense, in that lore, it's a high-frequency blade. Yeah. But it had a cable that attached from the katana's pommel down to him, essentially, somewhere on his belt, so to give it its high-frequency to, power. Yeah. And I believe... I can't remember if they translated that into the action figure. I think they did, because when Todd McFarlane made the action figures for that series, the figures are based on Yoji Shinkawa's artwork and not their game appearances. Because if you look at the art, how the characters look, they look nothing like how they look later in their renditions.
That's kind of cool, based off that.
It is. My biggest knock on that figure line was that they were kind of just articulated statues. Yeah. They weren't really action figures, because you can only strike a few poses with them. Yeah. Some of the only two figures I thought were worth a damn out of it were Vulcan Raven and Gray Fox.
I remember you had the Vulcan Raven. I remember that was pretty cool.
But the rest of them were just kind of... Yeah. You can't do anything with them. Yeah. Which, when we were growing up, that was what it was all about.
So what do I do now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It translates now into your taste now. And, some figure lines are getting it right, and I don't know...
To me, NECA is the perfect balance between affordability and amazing sculptures and stuff like that. Yeah. Like if I had a little more money, I'd be getting these Star Wars figures though. I mean,
Hot toys.
I mean, they nailed everything except affordability, but they're definitely higher quality than NECA.
Yeah, sometimes at this figure lines, like I was buying Underverse and 3A figures there for a little bit.
They're way more expensive than Hot Toys.
Yeah, they can be. Brand new, they're not. They're like maybe $100 more.
Yeah.
It's like,
but the secondary market for those things are...
Yeah, it's terrible. They recently released a bot that you can put in pre-orders for, and I think it's still up because it must not be selling very well.
Okay.
But it's almost $500 to buy the bot and this accessory that you can buy separately. Why would you want to spend almost $400 on something
you'd have to
when they used to be, in the old market, a couple $100 when they first released?
Yeah, it's a lot.
And it's ridiculous.
No, it's all right. But you guys, just so you know, we talk about this stuff all the time. Every time we get into Star Wars, we get into our other passions like Ninja Turtles and action figures, stuff like that. I'm excited about this next episode. So, you know, we did finish the Clone Wars a year ago, or less. No, it was about a year ago. So there are things I'm wondering if they'll kind of pop in your head and make you remember certain things.
Okay.
I didn't say that very well. Guys, before we jump in, hype this video. Leave a comment down below. Charlie, I know you're going to do that. We appreciate you. And go to our Patreon to see the full uncut reactions. Let's jump in. Oh, look at that. Mm-hmm. Right where he came in like the... There, look at that.
Thanks, Meeting Squadron. Transport's clear. Let's get out.
I'm out.
The idea of being...
A-Wing's not doing good.
My hyperdrive is damaged.
Yeah.
Attempting to dock. Make it quick, Phoenix 2. Those fighters are closing in. Phoenix 2 is gone. We have to jump now.
Punch it!
Kind of ballsy killing a woman, too. Cartoons always do that.
A rebel cell has reported an Imperial carrier over their world. If we can steal that ship, we can use it to house all our fighters. This cell is located in the Ryloth system.
Ryloth? I know the cell you're talking about. I'll contact them.
Her peeps.
You're actually gonna talk to him?
I don't think we have much choice. We need that carrier.
What's wrong with Ryloth?
Remember her little appearance in The Bad Batch?
Mm-hmm.
Hera, this is unexpected.
We need to talk.
These fuckers are so ugly. The
Yeah.
males.
Yeah, you know, they are.
Straighten up a little bit. You're making me look bad.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Just calm down.
Zeb.
It's like me and you walking out.
You must be the Jedi I've heard about.
Kanan Jarrus, I've heard a lot about you too, sir. Ezra, Sabine, and Zeb.
A fine group of fighters.
The liberator of Ryloth. I studied your Clone War tactics at the Academy.
Yes, the Empire is still trying to figure out how to beat me. Numa and Gobi.
Remember Numa?
Remind me from what?
So there was an arc where Waxer and Boyle just find this little girl, and they lead her out of the fog and they save her. She's this little 6-year-old, essentially.
No, this monstrosity has rained destruction and death. It is not enough that it simply disappears. My people need to see it fall from the sky in flames as a symbol of our strength. I recommend a change in plans. Using my bomber, schematics, and timetables, we can destroy the carrier when it's most vulnerable.
If you could have destroyed it, you would have done so already. You need us. And we need the carrier.
Chan's intel, Hera's plan. This works, we all win.
Very well. With Jedi on our side, how can we fail?
So there's like a Ryloth trilogy, essentially, when you see all the Cham stuff in the Clone Wars.
He was a hero in the Clone War, fought with the Jedi to free Ryloth from the droid army. But after the war, the Republic became the Empire and refused to leave, so once my mother was killed in the Resistance, Ryloth's freedom became the most important thing to him.
More important than family?
It's almost time. We should head out soon.
Well, there's nothing more important to me.
What were you talking about?
Is that the old astromech you found during the Clone War?
His name is Chopper.
If you gave me half the attention you gave this second-rate junk pile, we'd have liberated Ryloth by now. This is what's wrong with you, child. You hold on to the wrong things. Devote your time and effort to lost causes.
I am not wasting my life. I help people. I lead ships into battle. I am part of something bigger.
The rebellion.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
You forget what happened when we trusted the Republic.
This is different. The rebels are fighting to free everyone.
I don't care about everyone. I care only about Ryloth.
I like that, actually.
So I've noticed.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't just dismiss it.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you have this outrageous accent?
Yeah. So remember, like, that fat prime minister guy?
Yeah.
And he was always rubbing...
Shot him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were always butting heads. And Mace Windu,
of
too.
your heroics at the Battle of Lesu.
Yeah.
Mace Windu. Outnumbered 100 to 1. We charged across Lesu's energy bridge to certain doom. We would not be stopped. They named that attack in songs. The Hammer of Ryloth.
Charm has taken a shine to your Jedi.
General Syndulla, I could listen to your stories all day.
And I could tell them all day.
Your father's not such a bad guy. I see a lot of him in you.
You don't know him like I do.
Maybe that's good.
Reminds me of, they got the hammer of Ryloth. Reminds me of Charles Martel, who was a French hero that stopped the Muslim army. It was.
But he's just a few people, right?
They called him the Hammer.
Yeah, wasn't he like having like 12 people or something?
I don't remember how many people.
I'm certain Mel Gibson's making a movie about that.
That'd be cool. Give the French their due credit.
Yeah. Well, they have such a cool history, too.
I'm signaling the A-Wing.
They get shit on a lot, but they do.
They do. But I think everybody.
I know.
Overpilot the carrier. We are under attack by rebel fighters.
Didn't he sound like an old trilogy character there?
Transmit your clearance code.
Proceed to Bay 2.
We'll cover you.
I guess that was the point, wasn't it?
Just part of the gig. If they got shot and blown up.
Yeah, they'd be...
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot!
Hang on!
I hate it when she says that.
Face planting.
Another happy landing. When you get a wreck one time, I could say that.
I had my wits about me. I decided the night I rolled my truck. Get out and look around.
Another happy landing.
Explosives? Sorry, my friends.
What?
Traitors!
Wait.
Father, what are you doing?
I'm sorry.
I hate freedom fighters.
That's what Saul was.
Generally.
Drop your weapon. Hands up.
Guy hesitated way too long.
Yeah.
Could have killed both of them.
Do you like wake someone like a droid up like that?
Yes, I know my father betrayed us. Thanks for the update, buddy. Kanan, wake up!
On second thought, I don't like your father anymore.
Hera, our friends have bags full of detonators.
We're scrubbing the mission, right?
No, we're finishing it. We'll stop my father, then we'll steal this ship.
They blow those up, and this whole ship will go too. Everyone on Ryloth will be able to see that fireball.
Sir, we've lost contact with the
Yeah,
containers.
they all look the same. Just different colored hair.
Yeah, they kind of use the same models here.
Hey!
You hit one proton bomb and you'll touch off the whole magazine.
I wasn't planning to miss. Should've let me.
You'll get your chance. There's something you can shoot.
That'll do.
They're shooting the magazines too. I think they would know better.
You figured.
Let us have.
I did too. I was, oh my gosh. Don't get the mouse droid.
Are weak. They are trying to stop us.
Is Hera with them?
No, just started the mandatory.
Set the charges.
With my squid head.
Yeah. That was like a Force Unleashed push.
Close the blast doors. Now.
Cool. Yeah.
That is badass,
They're
dude.
still coming through. Oh, case in point. arms laying on that
the way
shit.
that guy fell too.
We don't have time for a standoff. You got any ideas?
Let's go.
Stand down.
Be a hell of a thing to see a Jedi after hearing about him and pull out a fucking laser sword and blocking shit, blocking bullets.
Oh yeah.
Kanan, do your thing.
Actually, Ezra, you take this one.
Okay, I got this. I got this.
Guys, what are you going to do to me?
Going to abandon ship. I will not abandon my ship. You are going to abandon ship.
We are going to abandon ship.
Abandon ship. Get to the escape pods.
I really mean it. This is the captain.
I really mean it. This is the captain.
I should get going.
Not bad for your first time.
All right, Hera.
Stun grenade.
No, about the mouse droid.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, it sounded like a old trilogy.
Like R2 laugh, like an astromech laugh, or Jawas.
It sounds like the Jawas, yeah.
Yeah.
And it sounded like the droid getting tortured.
Yeah.
No! I must destroy this ship for Ryloth.
You emaciated looking prick.
Proceed with our plans.
Apologies, General Syndulla. We have been captured.
Cham, we don't have time for this. Imperial reinforcements will be coming.
They plunder our wealth and sell our people into slavery. This ship must burn for all Ryloth to see.
I want freedom from the Empire as badly as you. But this battle can't be won on Ryloth alone.
During the Clone War, you didn't just fight for a village. You rallied everyone to liberate the entire planet. You inspired me.
The rebellion is no different. You didn't believe in me. And that's why I left.
Sacre bleu. Take it.
With you, Hera.
I am also with you.
Well, Father?
Be funny if you double down, though.
No.
We're on our way, Hera.
Just kidding.
The French accent is the funniest accent besides an Indian accent.
We did it! Your victory will be brief, as I feared. The bombers have returned.
Jeez.
Taking evasive action!
2 targets at 3.9.
Skin of their teeth.
Hit one.
I think it's one of the first
explosions.
Yeah. White hot flashes.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah. You see how he called him imps?
Yeah.
That's based off a Star Wars fan film called Imps. It's like cops. So does that help, like pulling it harder? You know?
I wouldn't think so.
Rebels have stabilized the carrier. All ahead full. We must not allow them to escape. I shut down the hyperdrive's power coupling on the 3rd and 4th reactor.
Sabine, meet me in the hangar.
You actually think this ridiculous plan will work?
Yeah, kind of fun, isn't it? I set the anti-grav. Just give it a push. You wanted to blow something up? Here's your chance.
They've set one of the bombers adrift. Foolish tactic. Expect more obstacles, but stay the course.
I wouldn't think that would just knock everything out. Because the bridge is way up.
For you, my people.
Like rains fire down on the city or something.
Alright, let's see what she can do.
I wonder how many 18-year-old kids are on that thing, just like serving like a 5-year, like
stint.
some little tour.
Every hour, more join our ranks.
Glad to hear it, sir.
I was heartbroken, but now I understand. You're like your mother. She was once a dreamer too.
But I learned to be a leader by watching you.
That's a fast hug. I think Across the Stars here. I think that's one of his best songs, Across the Stars.
Very resonating song.
I listened to a podcast on it, and that was like an old trilogy shot the way it ended. Go bleak.
Robin Atkin Downs. You know that? Isn't Robin Atkin Downs the guy that did The Master?
I have no idea.
I think it is.
Well, he's been in Star Wars for a while, too.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him.
Is it him?
I mean, just look at his face, though. He's got that kind of like dashing kind of...
Like, yeah.
a swashbuckling look.
Like a swashbuckling fraud. Like the guy from the second from the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, the strain. I knew. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's a cool connection. So he plays like the voice.
Yeah, I'm very sure he plays the Master's voice.
That was our reaction. What'd you think, dude?
It was very good.
Brought back some characters. You got to see Numa, who
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll just put her up here real quick.
Who found her?
Wrexham Boiler. Yeah, and she didn't have a huge role, but they kind of wanted to hey, she went on to do what they do. I am at StarWars.com, and there are some episode notes. So we're going to read them on our screen, and I'll give them to the editor. This Homecoming Trivia Gallery. Okay. The Imperial Light Carrier ship design is based on artwork by Doug Chang and Troy Vigil, created for the first edition of the Essential Guide, which I forgot Doug Chang did all those things. Chang. So it's a unique look. And Doug Chang's been around since the Phantom Menace and stuff like this. Yeah.
Triangular shape of the vehicle put it more in line with the Imperial aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's its use here.
When Hera Syndulla gets flustered, her natural Twi'lek accent comes out, which that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the original script made reference to the Ballad of Cham Syndulla, a song composed by Gobi Glee and written for an online webcomic that accompanied the first season of the Clone Wars. Did not know that. And of course, right here, there's Numa there. Cham's shoulder armor, Gobi's gauntlets, Van braces and holster, and Numa's arm armor and belt are all pieces salvaged by Ghost Company. So there are clones that died and they just use that armor.
Nice.
On Numa's upper left arm, the word Boyle is written in Arabesh, as well as a particular crest of reference to one of the clone troopers that rescued her in the Clone Wars. She also has a faded Tuca illustration on her tunic. Yeah. And that is it for the StarWars.com trivia gallery. But I got a lot of old trilogy vibes in terms of just the musical cues. Yeah. And you noticed these old trilogy explosions that are just this pretty thing to see.
Well, it's nice to bring it back and it ties them together, in a soft way.
Yeah.
You don't have this overly imposing. I don't want to call it imposing because if you look at Andor, and the aesthetic and the feel and the look of all the sets, it looked old trilogy. And it was a good combination of new Star Wars and old Star Wars in terms of the pace and the action and the vibe versus the settings and the stages, the costume designs, the characters. So that being amazing as it is, this was kind of its kind of soft indicators for you still have this cartoon carrying on, but these little background pieces that tie it in.
Yeah, and it and you don't need to understand you don't need to know who Cham is from the Clone Wars to get it.
No, you don't. You could have taken this, for instance, when we were kids, and I remember having this Darth Vader action figure, and on the box it had a description of how he met his fate and ended up in the suit. Yeah. When his battle with Obi-Wan, he fell into a volcano and was fucked up. Obviously had the suit on. Said all this on the back of the Hasbro box. No, I'm
surprised you had the box. I figured you opened that thing and the box is.
Well, it was like a 12-inch figure.
Oh.
And so it actually had the box. So I
kept the box?
kept the box.
Oh, look at you.
For some reason with that one.
I'm glad. Keep them more. Keep them now.
No, I keep the Echo boxes because they have so many accessories. I keep those in there. But
well, yeah, you probably can't tell on the camera, but I got the accessories are in the boxes because there's so many.
Either way, they discussed that. It discussed his history, but it was always great for me growing up and the idea of how we grew up, I guess, and how probably your brother grew up with Star Wars and people before the advent of the internet and being able to shop online and having direct access to all this information. And then, of course, when they started filling in the gaps later. Yeah. But the idea that there was this realm of your own imagination where you could apply. It's like, oh, man, I heard about this. It's almost like you were you were hearing the stories and applying your own versions, whereas, so it's almost like you personalize it. And you there's a love for it with yourself. Like, very much so, for instance, like you're reading a book. Yeah. So when you read Tolkien, for example, and I think he discussed this, the trees that you're seeing in your mind as you're reading this in your imagination are your trees. Yeah. The trees that you've seen whenever those books were first released in the 60s.
I thought the books came out like the 40s.
I don't remember when they first came out.
Lord of the Rings.
The Hobbit might have come out around that time. Because he wrote it after his experiences.
World War I, right?
World War I, but he didn't write it. He didn't begin writing it until he was much older.
Okay.
At least middle age. So
the only reason I know that is because in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he talked about The Hobbit.
I read it 60 years ago. He said
The Hobbit. Yeah, when it was first published.
The Hobbit. Okay. Our editor was probably like, "It's this year on this month."
1954.
Okay.
So
we're both in the middle. It was in the middle. Okay.
I said 50s.
No, you said.
I said 60s.
Yeah, I actually thought you said 70s, but
I said 60s or 70s. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's gonna be on there. The proof's there. I might be wrong, but either way, the 40s. But imagine being those people back then before the advent of television and things like that. So it's just this whole realm opening up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now the magic at the library is diminishing.
They mentioned Mace Windu's battles of Ryloth, which were featured in the micro series and in the Clone Wars show.
That's I thought of the micro series.
So, it was obviously George and Dave Filoni especially were just insanely huge fans of that. And he in the
deservedly so.
What's his name? Tartakovsky. Anyways, I thought it was just great to connect a little bit with some Clone Wars characters. I mean, talking about these great battles like you hear about in the old trilogy, and you kind of at this point in time we're a few years before the old trilogy starts, so those battles would look kind of like back in the days of the war.
Mm-hmm. And
when every time you have like this post-war story and people harken back to it. There's something always cool about it. That's kind of the vibe I get.
That's what I was getting
it.
at with the action figure story. Was there's with the stories he was telling. You were talking about how you don't need to see the Clone Wars to kind of see the magic on screen now.
Yeah.
And what that incurred.
Yeah, you just know he was a legend.
In parts.
Cham was a legend. This Mace Windu guy was a legend.
And it gives you you can imagine yourself.
Yeah.
What did the Clone War look like? And you were kind of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's clones. Like, why is it called the Clone Wars?
So when I was younger, I mean, you and I would play Star Wars, but I didn't get into it until episode 1. That's when I actually became a fan.
Yeah.
And then, I was older when 2 came out. I seemed like so much older. You know what I mean? Because I was like in 8th grade going into 9th grade. And then junior year going into senior year when the 3rd one came out. But I used to think like before episode 2 came out, the clones were clones of Jedi, like clones of Obi-Wan and stuff like that. I remember thinking, I don't know if that's a good idea. Thankfully they didn't do that. Well,
he had an idea in his head probably all along. You go back to the old trilogy and why they don't like droids.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Things, so it all comes back around full circle.
Yeah, and there was a ton of stuff that he was producing like before episode 6 came out. He was talking to Mark Hamill about it. Guys, see you next week.